Calum Harris, welcome to the pod.
Thank you for having me. I'm doing jazz hands for anyone listening.
Well, thank you so much for coming on. I've been really excited to have you on. Every time you come into the shop, I look forward to seeing you because your personality is larger than life and you literally lift every mood in here.
That's very kind. Thank you.
I
guess it's just I don't have a reason for it. It's just me being.
It's just you. It is just you.
That's very kind.
And I
Thank
love
you.
that.
And what do you think about that, Guray?
It is lovely. I mean, look, I've known you for a long time, right? And I definitely feel like your personality just shines.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not just saying that, but I completely agree with Toni. Because
Yeah.
you come in, even if I'm having a bad day, I know that I have that 30 minutes with you that I'm going to be like laughing.
I mean, to be honest, I think also to my benefit, because I'm like that hustle hard mentality, you know what I'm saying? Like that 24/7, like that 25/8, you know? I book in early morning or like 10, or what I consider an early morning as an influencer. But
you guys don't even work.
Yeah, we don't even work, but 10 is early, apparently.
Yeah.
So I will try and book in the earliest I can. So I guess that kind of helps because you're like, oh, the day's gone ahead. And then you're like, whoa, bang, who came in? It's like the bull in the china shop. But yeah, I'm glad I'm still a client of like for 6 years now.
Yeah?
Yeah, you've seen a lot of hairstyles go on, which is, I guess, what we're going to talk about.
I've seen it transform.
You have, yeah.
Like, you know, the day I met you to where you are now, as it could be, you know, the career and as a person who you are.
I had an office job with my dad before.
Yeah.
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 So,
you know, that was very interesting to where you were. Like, I've seen you grow. I just saw incredible to see, you know?
oh, thank you.
And I'll just say, perfect haircut as well.
Yeah, it's really
Perfectly
nice, isn't it?
styled.
Well, no,
You
it's
should have seen him 6 years ago.
oh, mate, I've had Elvis bouffants. Like, I had the quiff the size of my forehead. I had like a curly mop when I went for a breakup. I had a mullet, which I still think the sides are a bit short on the mullet for me. So, like, I couldn't really rock it as well as I thought. But again, curly mop. It did work at the time. It did help a little bit.
We did try.
But we had the curly mullet. We had the back to the mop. I call it the mop. It's not the mop. It's more like the perm. That's not a perm.
Okay.
Just mine's the P. I don't know why. But now with this, which just came from like, I guess, yeah. I had a stress bald scare because I thought I was going to lose my hair at 25, and I probably was. And I just was like, all right, we need to style it back. And I need to push it away from my head because I have a nice forehead, I think. And now we're here with this kind of curliness.
Brilliant.
There we are.
So, Calum, you're a chef. But
I'm a cook, but yes.
Oh, okay. Let me say.
That's okay.
That
No, we'll take chef.
Okay, we'll take chef. So you're a chef, but you're not just any chef. You are a vegan chef. When did you start cooking?
I started cooking in 2015. I've always been a home cook. Like, I border on the chef term because it's like, it's technically what it is, but I've always been a cook. I've never worked in a restaurant.
Okay.
So I've always learned everything through being either self-taught, just watching a video and copying that, or my mum or my dad. And I've just been in the kitchen just trying to like make my own food. And that started in 2015 in the era of like Joe Wicks and that sort of health and fitness influencers arising and telling us how to live keto life. And then about 3 years into that, I decided to go vegan. And that was just based off meeting a family friend at a barbecue. It's all been quite like a natural process where it's like, I've not been like sort of force-fed the message. I've just sort of met people that have like helped me, you know, along this so-called journey.
Okay.
But I have to say, like, when I remember the day so well, where again came in for a haircut, and he was working with his dad, and then he said, "Look, I'm starting up this Instagram page, and it's vegan." Was it 20 minutes?
Which, by the way, is like literally like you are the master of the sheesh. Like this, you probably thought, what is this guy doing?
But you know, like, you know how many people I speak to each day, and you see how many people I'm doing this, I'm starting this, and how many people actually stick to it. It's really, really rare. And as I've seen months and months by, it's like, all right, okay,
Yeah.
this guy's growing. This guy's like keeps going, consistent, and you know, you've just been flying.
Thank you. I think always I've started everything I've done and been absolutely shit at it, but knowing I could be somewhat okay at it in the end. So I guess cooking was that first vessel. Recently I've been starting paddle, and now I'm like, I'd say professional grade quality. That is a joke because the person currently filming absolutely demolishes me in paddle. And that's like another thing where it's like, I think if you give things a go and you just keep showing up, it does reward you in the end. Like, you don't become like renowned for like not being there. Like, no one's like a one and done, like, oh, I've done this massive thing and then that's it. I'm I'm done. It's like, what you see is like probably like years and years and years and years of like experience.
Yeah.
But you also seem like you've really been enjoying it. Like,
I love it. Yeah,
loving it.
I love content. Like when you go from like corporate life, it's the easiest job. Hard because it's like it's like any self-employed job. You're like controlling what you get in and like controlling how you live your life, I guess. But it's easy in the sense of like you kind of have final say of stuff. So like if you feel like you want to do certain recipes or certain videos, you can just do what you want in that sense, within reason, of course. I've always kind of prioritized people first and what they want to see or eat. And so from there, it's just the case where like I figured they might like vegan food, but they would be a bit apprehensive to vegan food because it's an unnatural thing if you think about it, because we're not raised to be vegan. We're raised whatever diet's sort of popularized.
Yeah.
So I guess for me, it was just about making it approachable.
So where was the crossover between hobby and then career?
Money.
Okay.
Genuinely. I think, look, I'm not an idiot. Like, content creation is such a lucrative job now. Like, I grew up on YouTube with like people like obviously KSI, Sidemen, of course. I was watching like there's loads of video and content creators that spring to mind, but there's like the old YouTubers like the Joe Suggs, the Casper Lees and stuff. But like there was always like a need for like continuous like new talent, if that makes sense. Like everyone will always want the next new thing. And I guess I knew that could be a possible career option. The trouble is that like I didn't want to come in a way where it's like, oh, I'm doing this for money, which I'm not. I just thought that could be a possible job.
Okay.
If I am going to do it, I'm going to do it my own way. So I was making hundreds of, if not like, probably hundreds of videos, to be fair, of recipes, continuously churn them out. I was posting like every day once in like, I think 4 years ago, I posted every day 3 years ago, when Reels and stuff was coming out and whatnot. I posted every day for 90 days, just a recipe.
Yeah.
And like living at home, so it was like, whatever, it was cool. But I said to myself, if I get like some sort of payment from it that matches what I'm earning in a job, I'm just going to leave. Because I was, I think, I was 23. So I kind of said to myself, and I started this when I was 20. So I said to myself, if I can get it to a point where it's like getting me in some money that is okay enough to like, you know, pay for like, I don't know, the basics, then I might as well just keep going.
Yeah.
And now it's to a point where it's like spiraled and I'm doing a bit more than that.
That's amazing.
That is amazing.
Absolutely amazing. I remember so well when I was speaking to your brother about it when you first started, and you got your few jobs coming through supermarkets.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, this is actually happening.
It's so funny though, you say that as well. Like the more experience you have, the more you realize how like much like supermarkets can like get away with it. Like so I remember charging, I think it was Morrison's, my first like brand deal. And I had 20,000 followers at the time, and I think I charged them 500 quid for like 2 recipe videos, which in other terms is quite low, but I thought for the amount I was getting, the followers, I thought, cool, 500 quid. But then I went overboard. I hired Mitchell. We shot it professionally, like got camera like proper involved, like spent the whole day shooting this content. And I basically just sort of went, that was a lot of work for that amount. And then years later, you end up working in a supermarket and then getting a lot more. And yeah, obviously you work a lot more, but like you realize, oh my God, I was doing so much work for like nothing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So who's been your biggest inspiration with your cooking?
Cooking, definitely Jamie Oliver.
Yeah.
I think he's got a lot of men cooking in the kitchen, especially in Britain, because there's always been the trope that's like women stays in the kitchen, and he just basically like, fuck all that. I'm going to get involved and actually like make a meal. And the approach of Jamie is very slapdash, kind of shove it all in, hope it works, and it usually does. Whereas cooks before were very fine dining, meticulous, like it looked unapproachable and unachievable, and the only way you could do it was like paying for it in a restaurant. Or it was very like barbecue and sort of like meats and sort of like going like, yeah, we're gonna put the pig on the grill and, you know, like barbecue's done. Oh, you want sausages, what? And I just felt his approach was very refreshing because it was actually like really good food. I would say him, Joe, Whisks for like general healthy recipes. So many people, you know, you just kind of like float about. Like the more you get into it, the more you realize there's like actual like people who create flavors and stuff like distinctly. So like Ottolenghi is a great example. I would say, I mean, Gordon's obviously like everyone says a Gordon, but like Gordon's great, but it's a case where it's like in terms of cooking distinct styles, I would say Jamie, my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would he be somebody who you'd want to work with? Is he like your main
I have worked with him.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have. I remember that so well.
I went on a TV show 3 years ago, actually. So, like, it was a cookbook challenge. It was called Great Cookbook Challenge. I had 1 season, it was done. It was great because I was just like, I went on it and everyone forgot. I was like, yes. But essentially, the show was like, you had a cookbook contract that you could win, and you would win that by doing various cooking challenges. And I pitched the idea of a 20-minute vegan cooking book because I thought people need excuses really to not do things. They're like sort of going, oh, I'll do it, but this is stopping me.
Yeah.
And one thing I got was that time would stop people, but also not only time, like how many of the recipes you actually make like are nutritionally beneficial or like have that protein element involved. And it's harder, especially for a vegan diet. So I kind of wanted to
I always
squash all
thought
that.
you have to put so much more effort if you're a vegan.
Yeah,
when it comes to cooking.
it's so much effort.
Because when you're not vegan, you just put a steak on.
Yeah, exactly. Well, like
Done.
your seasoning's done, like that
Yeah.
flavour's there.
Yeah.
All you have to do is a bit of salt and pepper, maybe
Yeah.
a herb or whatever. But with cooking vegetables, you have to really like, put loads of effort in. And I wanted to just kind of show that that could be done quickly. So I pitched that. I worked with Jamie for a few weeks on that show. He was the host of it, luckily not judging. Because I would have fed out with him. I would have been like, oh, please don't ruin my dreams. But super lovely. I still chat to their team here and there. They're really nice. And that's the one thing, like remembering people, you know? Like he's just always just remembered me. I guess it's quite hard not to because I'm
No,
just
you're not
kind
a
of...
character to forget.
Yeah, well, that's true. Well, based on that. But like, yeah, worked with him on that, and that helped like formulate the idea of the cookbook I ended up doing. Not with them, because I didn't win the show, but...
Okay. So you've got 2 books out.
I have 2 books.
Okay.
I'm 26,
So
and I'm tired.
where did the inspiration come for the second book? Like, how did that come around? Because obviously you've got a load of recipes in your first one.
Well,
And
like...
then to do the second.
So Guray Kesman sat me down and was like, mate, I need a book that helps me cook vegan and...
You'd be very surprised how many clients of ours use your recipes.
We
Yeah,
have your
right.
book.
Here's the thing.
Seriously?
Here's the thing. So in each of the branches of Kesman, the book I have is on the front desk along with the magazines.
Yeah.
So you've got the first book in Farringdon, the second book's here,
Second book's here.
which is very lovely and kind. Thank you for that.
Oh, my
Free
pleasure.
promo. No one buys the book, I hope. They might do, you never know. But thank you for always doing that.
They can buy that on Amazon, can't they?
They can buy on Amazon and independent bookshops and Waterstones and now TG Jones. W.H. Smith has changed name.
Wow.
Oh.
Now called TG Jones. It's stupid. Well, it's not stupid. It's just more like 100 years of But anyway, second book came from wanting to solve the problem of getting more people cooking vegan food. The first one was to do with time. This one was to do with health. So I had a nutritionist work with me on the recipes. We basically made 80 recipes that were protein packed, that helped like boost your energy, help your gut health, and the other one was energy. Oh no, the other one was calories actually. Sorry. So we had recipes that were under 600 calories. They were like key on each recipe, and every recipe then had either 2, 3, or 4 of those like boosts.
Okay.
So that was a lot of work. I'm one of these people, and you will probably relate to this, where you have an idea in your head and you go, wouldn't it be nice to do that idea? And then someone tells you the logistical work to do that idea. And then you go, why did I start this idea? Because it's so painstakingly long to do. Worth it, but bloody hell. I mean, you probably found that with like loads of other stuff, right? So like,
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, like the magazine. Like, do you remember that?
Yeah, took a long time. It literally took 3 months to edit because I've been editing it on my free time and InDesign program on my laptop. Fucking hell, that was long. I wish I could do it again, but I don't have that kind of
Exactly,
time.
because you're doing it yourself as well.
Yeah.
You're like, my God,
Yeah.
like,
I mean, it was so much pleasure. I got so much from it. As
Yeah.
in, like we got our own magazine and stuff. But I now understand those magazine companies that run have so many people working for a magazine.
Yeah.
That's why.
it's
Yeah,
like,
it's been amazing.
Callum, what's your absolute favourite dish to cook?
um,
And why as well?
I would say pasta. Sounds like basic, but I like a good pesto. And when you make your own pesto, there's a power in that. And having that stored in the fridge is great because you can just spoon it on like late at night, you know. You get back from here, for example. It's currently 8 p.m, probably a bit later than that. We'll get back but there's be a pesto in the fridge. I'll be like, bosh, put it on. I like making my friend's Mexican food because it's very shareable. So much fresh, bold flavors going on. And I like spicy food. So I like increasing like the levels of spice slowly but surely as things go on. Also, hot sauce is great.
Yeah, I
You know what I mean? Like, you can just shove hot sauce in everything. Excuse the motion, but for those listening, I did a gesture. You know, Anyway, moving on. Hello.
How long have you been a vegan for?
So 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Oh no, hang on. Sorry, 2019. Sorry, I'm counting. About 6 years. Yeah. So 6 and a bit years. And it's always changing. Like, I think the first 2 or 3 years, there was like a massive boom in veganism in terms of everyone wanting to go and like make meat alternatives. It was like massive plant-based like aisles in supermarkets, and now it's plateaued to a point where it's like you will rarely find the products that you used to find. You'll find good ones, but like it's now matured in a way where it's like it's just focused on like the bare essentials, like your tofus, your tempehs, your like chickpeas and whatnot. And luckily, that's always been my style of cooking. It's just about using them whole foods and making sure you can make really good shit from that.
So what's going to be next for you then in the cooking world?
Do you know what? In the cooking world, there's going to be... Okay, look, so there's so many creators coming in and doing their thing.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people still don't cook at home. It's the reason why like the most viral food content at the moment is food reviewing, which is great for those who review food, but like it doesn't essentially help people like get that vital skill of cooking. Like, you know how to cook.
I do. I love it.
He is amazing at
yeah, but
cooking.
it's like it should be put in the subject of like, if you know how to walk, you should know how to then run, or then know how to then cook, like, or clean. If you've got to clean, you should know how to cook. And I feel like cooking's just not frowned upon. If you were dirty, like if you were leaving your house an absolute shithole the whole time, and you just came in, you didn't like have your hair cut by Kesman Male Grooming, or you didn't have like, you know, a cleanliness about you, you'd get frowned upon. But then with cooking, if you don't know how to cook, it's like, and it's like, it's weird, isn't it, how we rely on Deliveroo.
I know what you mean.
I'm a sucker for it as well. Like, if I'm like coming back late from the evening, I've not got anything in the fridge, I'm going to order something. But like, it's still, I admire like the art of just getting the ingredients, chopping them up. It's really therapeutic.
I find it the same. I often, if I'm off, I'm cooking. There's no other way around.
It's your switch off, and I feel like that's missing. But in terms of where I see myself cooking, I see myself like still doing it, but I kind of want to do a bit more. I think I've been predominantly a recipe creator for 6 years. And for me, there's only so many recipes I can get to when you hit a block. And I feel like I've been at that block, but it's been good to feel that, because then it's like, okay, I need to really think about what dishes people are going to make continuously. I feel like I've built enough catalogue to then go, okay, park that to one side and try some new stuff. So I've been trying to do a bit more like entertainment kind of.
So is
fun
this
content.
where the content creating is coming in now?
I think there's always like a fight for attention per se. I've been quite lucky in the sense I've always put myself first and foremost in like what I'm doing. So again, like I'll just chat shit while cooking, and now I'm trying to chat shit whilst doing something else.
But I think we also have to be very clear about, so you have been great at cooking. And
I'm sick. Don't get me wrong.
but there's a but there, right? So you have a big following on social media, on Instagram and TikTok and whatever. But I think there's also a lot to do with, there's a lot of cooks out.
Yeah.
Right? But they also have personality there.
Yeah.
And I think that a lot of people that follow you that actually got hooked up on your personality as well, where they got to know you, that you excited them in somehow and touched them somehow. And maybe you got quite a few people into cooking, maybe man or woman, but you got them all into cooking and taught them how to cook. And people who haven't got time after work to cook, and you helped them in some certain way. So, I think all that is not just about the cooking.
No,
it's about
of course.
you. And I think you got to take that. And I think that's where actually that I really pay attention to the influencing. So cooking is one thing, but in social media, you have been influencing people as a person, as you, as a brand.
Yeah. I think for me, I try not to make anything soulless, and it's hard because it's like, it's so lucrative, this industry. Like, you got to keep moving, you got to keep like churning the ideas up. But I think I've always tried to make sure someone leaves a video, and it sounds cliche, but with like an actual remembering element, where it's like, even as a recipe creator, I've been remembered for kind of me, and then the recipes are good. Now it's a case where it's like, you should hopefully watch something I do and then go, oh, that's quite good. I quite like him. So that's kind of my aim. We're in the work in progress of like just trying to change everything up. And I think it's at a good time because, again, as you said, so many more people coming in wanting to do this. But eventually, the good ones end up thriving no matter what. And I think, a lot of like content creation will just kind of always be there. But like, if you then want things like away from the platforms, it's a case of, again, personality and also just...
The thing is with you don't really need to make so much effort. I think just naturally you just such a cool and nice guy. You're definitely a people's person. And I think you inspire others. Not just about cooking, it's just the way you are. Like when we started the podcast earlier, like when you walk in, we just get excited because I know we're gonna have a great chat. I know you're gonna lift up our energies. I know I see that, like, if I fancy something vegan, which I'm not vegan, I tried it for a week, it's not for me. But if I'm like gonna look for a recipe...
you're not gonna pick falafel, are you?
No, I like falafel sometimes, but if I do something fancy like, and I'm gonna cook, I'm not gonna just pick up a random recipe because I've just worked, I'm tired, I need someone to lift my mood up as well. So I will look into your thing. On social media, because it's not just me picking a food, I'm also watching you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's like energy.
We're after that energy as well. Like there's a really good food creator I like called Crip and Dip, and she's quite doing flying on TikTok, but like she essentially has the same video in her kitchen and they're like 3 or 4 minutes long and she's doing whatever. Could be making a cocktail one night, she could be like making the dinner, she could be having a hungover takeaway. And like I'll watch her videos because they just kind of gravitate towards me. I'm like, where are you going? What are you doing? I like it. Same with, there's a girl called Knock Knock, her name's Win, but her content's like sick. Like she'll be vlogging in a way that's like, it's really engaging to watch. And you're just in and wanting to do it. In for the ride. But yeah, I think what will end up happening is like, it doesn't matter really. Well, what I'm finding is that it doesn't really matter what niche you start or end up in. It's like, it doesn't matter what you're doing. It's like who's doing it. Like, if you were watching a chess match, if you watched us do a chess match, that might be funny. But if you watch Gemma Collins doing that same chess match, I guarantee you'd remember that because of her.
Okay.
It's such a weird example, case study, but it's people.
I agree with that,
it's
actually.
a people business.
I'm actually imagining her and like, she hasn't even done it, but
do you know what I mean?
Laughing in my head.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like that. But yeah, my whole thing is just, okay, I've proved I can do stuff away from like socials.
Oh, for sure. Like when I look through your Instagram, every single post is different. And
yes, which is a problem for people who want consistency. Like, hello.
But it's fun.
It is fun.
It's really fun. And I love it when you do food reviews and you go to different restaurants. That's really fun to watch.
I did do that, yeah.
And can I just say, what you see on Instagram, on camera, is literally how you are in real life.
Yeah.
You do not change.
Thank you. But I guess, I think that's another thing as well. Like, it's like, again, like, but where you can, is it behind the main? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like, really and truthfully, what influencing should be, and hopefully is, I say hopefully, is that if a camera was stuck on you, we want to just see that. Like, you don't have to go, hi, and this, and sparkly, and
Yeah.
like, yes, you put on a little front. Yeah, you have to put the energy up a bit. But, like, I think the essence of that person should just be the same when you come off the camera.
Yeah, but, like, what I want to know is, like, I've known you for a long time, and I've known you evolve as a person.
Yeah.
And grow. But your confidence is just grown and grown and grown over the years. And what makes that? Like, what pushed your confidence to the top? Like, who you are? Because I met you years ago, and we often talk about this.
I think
you were. I don't know if it was your relationship. I don't know what it was, but you were a different person year after that. As in, you were just like more, I don't know, bubbly, and maybe you're expert in your cooking, and then you suddenly become more confident, or maybe your style has changed. You look really fashionable now. Does that boost your confidence? Like, what is it?
I think it's a mixture of loads of things, but in terms of like a personal confidence, most of this is peacocking as well. So it's like, if you're having a shit day, if you put on a nice outfit, it automatically like lifts your spirits. It's like an armor in a way. And same with a haircut. Like, if you have a nice haircut, it doesn't matter what you're wearing. You could be wearing a tracksuit. That's why most people turn up in a tracksuit to a haircut, and they don't care. They just look groomed, and you're like, oh, that's a confident man. They're like strutting the stuff, you know. For me, I think it's like when things work, like your little stupid ideas work,
Yeah.
that gives you a bit of confidence because you're like, okay, cool.
That was my idea. Yeah.
That was an idea that I was like, oh, I thought that wasn't possible, and that's possible. And also like the circle of people around you, you know. So like, I've had the same friends that I've had for the last 15 years, and they're still around and they still tolerate me. One of them's behind the camera. I think we're good. So that helps with confidence because then it's like, okay, you know, like not to like go like cuckoo, like beyond anything like further than like going and go. I don't know, but it's other things as well. Like I just also realised that like this is a load of shit as well if you think about it. Like we're just chatting shit. Like we got a podcast something. Like there's nothing really like much to anything really. We're just sort of having a laugh. So like keep that essence.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like don't think about it too much. Don't overcomplicate it. Just like chat about whatever.
Yeah.
We don't even chat about hair.
I was just going to say, do you see yourself changing your style as you're getting more into the creative
I'm getting older.
world?
I'm getting older. That's literally it. I started when I was 20, and now I'm 26, and now I'm just trying to take more care of myself, I guess. Like the first 2 years of making content, I didn't really take care of my hair and my image, really. It was just more maintaining what I had, which was a massive quiff. And I tried to grow a beard because I thought, oh, that would be cool. I'd be like Guray. But I couldn't grow a beard. Sometimes we don't have the genes for it. You do, you don't, I don't. I have like baby face kind of stubble, if that makes sense. But this is the most it will be. And I want it to that level. But I think when you like get older, I guess, and get more into stuff, you sort of like, you know, you look at what's going on. Like, I sort of went, oh, I fancy a fringe one day. And it's like, can my hair do that? That's another thing. Like, your hair has to be able to, like, be malleable, maintain. You have to be consistent with it. Like this, I love it now, but that took like a year to get to. So at first it was very short. It was very, like, sort of slipped back and, like, kind of quiffy, like, up to there. But it grew and grew and grew. I had to stop coming to the barber. Now I come like once every like 2 months. I used to come every month. And now it's like, okay, cool, I can do the whoosh, you know what I mean?
You like the flow now more.
Yeah. But
What's your favourite styling product?
wow, that's a segue. I like a paste now. I used to like a matte clay. I used to like a bit of hairspray. I used to use sea salt spray a lot. I don't really use it now because it would like make my hair too wavy. I like a cream, something that holds the kind of like defined little curls, you know, a little link clarking kind of thing. If you're looking on camera, it's like a little bead of hair that comes on. But yeah, I like that, and I like a good hairdryer. It's not a hair product,
Oh yeah, good hairdryer.
Diffuser, you know what I mean? Yeah, the Dyson number.
I got him.
Never buy a Dyson.
I got him to do.
I never buy Dysons.
Well,
but
Dyson needs to send one to you then.
Yeah. What have we got here? Dysons.
Dysons.
I was about to say yeah. I imagine. No, we use Wall. I'm like, oh shit. But
No, Dyson's great. I love that product. It's probably the best hairdryer I've used. But I'm glad I got you into diffuser because that's what your hair needed. And I'm glad. That
what does it do?
It's basically just dries your hair naturally without. So if you would have used a nozzle, your hair would be like so big, and you would try to tame it with the product.
Right.
But now you're drying it with the diffuser. You're drying it in a natural way.
Yeah, because the airflow sort of goes like.
Yeah, literally.
Whereas like funnels like.
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally. Well, let's also talk about your style. Like your style is like evolved so much over the years. You look so cool now. Do you ever get people stopping like coming into your events and stuff saying like, I love the way you dress and things like that?
People say it, I just don't let it get to my head because I just copy everyone. Does that make sense? Like, this is just essentially like a discount Harry Styles, isn't it?
All right.
It really is. And then maybe I'll wear short shorts because like some other celebrities worn short shorts, like Paul Mescal. Like, I think I'll just wear what I'm comfortable with. I like wearing items of clothing that I know other people can't get. So usually that's in like a vintage shop. So nothing too like. I used to like really like brands like over the top. Like I never bought anything over like fucking thousands of pounds or anything like that. But like, I would like brands. But now I think it's just a case of like picking those nice little pieces. Like these little Adidas trainers, they're like, I mean, to be fair, they're 120 quid, but they have like they're gazelles, but they have like these little pearly beads on them. I've not seen anyone wear them. So then I thought, oh, I'll get them. Because like, then people will be like, oh, I like them. I'll be like, they're lovely, aren't they? You can't buy them. But it's just whatever feels comfortable as well. That's another thing. Like for me, everyone's got different bodies. I've got one where I can like tuck the trousers high like Simon Cowell, and it looked fine, I guess. But it's just a case of like knowing your body, you know? Like most of the time I'm wearing like cropped things. Like I don't like, I think I usually like it when like a shirt goes like just below my belly button. Well, not just below, like just up to the point where like, you know, like the
Like a crop top.
yeah, like
Yeah,
not
like
cropped
that.
up like that. No, I don't want boobies out or anything like that, darling. Don't worry. No belly showing, just like kind of like a little seat groove, you know. And if I can't do that, I'll just tuck it in.
Listen, I've seen you on your Instagram about podcast stuff going on. What's happening?
I'm making one.
Yeah.
I'm just not like I think with my podcast, it will essentially be something that hopefully pleases like the food audience and the direction I want to go in. We are making it. And I say we, that means me and a company, which is good.
Okay.
So that will be listenable on platforms. I don't know when, but it will be at some
I'm
point.
excited, mate.
Yeah.
I'm really
Yeah,
excited.
but I think my thing is like, I understand what podcasts are. Podcasts are essentially vanity projects. So it's about me going, okay, I would quite like to chat to some cool people. How can I do that in a way that's like excitable, I guess? And so we're working on that.
No, we're
And
looking forward to it.
but
Yeah, me
it's
too.
it's working. You can follow. There's a page called Honestly, which I'm putting sporadic updates on there. Not many, but it's happening.
Okay.
So if we can manifest one guest to come on your podcast with you, who's it going to be?
Right. So it's either got to be.
Can we get Jamie Oliver on board?
Yeah, I want to.
I'll have a chat with him.
I think for me, it's got to be. We're talking realistic guests that could do it. I'd love to chat to Gemma Collins,
Brilliant. Love that.
Danny Dyer, or I'd really love to chat with. I'd love to chat with Dua Lipa. She's really like.
Oh, yeah.
She's
a
really good in the kitchen.
no. She's a fantastic interviewer as well. If you watch her book club podcast, she's like really on it. So I think my thing is just going to be a case where it's like, can I get things out of those individuals that you would never have heard before?
Okay.
Hopefully.
I think you will.
I
Hopefully.
think you will too.
What's your favourite styling product? I'll just find out for you lot and I'll send them there. It'll be like a factory line. We send them to mine and then we send them to yours and then yeah,
Yeah, that's
send
it.
them home.
Yeah, create a circle.
Yeah.
That's it.
Right, I've got a quick fire round for you.
Okay, how quick?
Very
Oh.
quick. Sweet or savoury?
Oh, sweet.
Frying pan or oven?
Oven. But
Gar-
that is a hard one. Yeah,
Quick,
oven.
quick.
Oven.
Garlic or onion?
Garlic.
Meal prep, love it or hate it?
Love it.
Okay. Best 3 ingredients meal?
Best 3 ingredients meal. You got peanut butter marmite and bread on toast. Yeah.
Who's your dream dinner guest?
Dream dinner guest would be Mitchell Taylor.
Wow.
Weirdest DM you've ever had? Weirdest DM you've ever had about food?
I've had many weird DMs. I had a guy say that I had really nice recipes, and then it evolved into him stalking me and potentially turning up to one of my events in Scotland. And luckily, we reported him, and nothing
Yeah.
happened. Yeah.
Fuck.
There we are. Didn't expect that answer, did we? But he's left me alone, I think. But yeah, all's well, I guess. You kind of just, yeah.
If you could use one spice for the rest of your life, what one would it be?
Old Spice.
Old Spice. What's
Did you get the joke?
Of course I did.
All right, cool. No, but the answer's paprika for me.
Paprika. Okay.
Yeah.
What's your guilty pleasure with food?
I like to eat things straight out of the jar. So I like pesto out of the jar, peanut butter out of the jar, I like gochujang out of the jar, miso out of the jar.
Okay.
It's like little spoonfuls, you know. I sometimes like sprinkle salt into my mouth, like the small flakes.
Just for fun.
Just as a treat. I work hard.
That's amazing. Right, Carl.
Oh, Calum, thank you so much for coming on the pod today.
That's all right. If you need me, you can have my shoe and I'll come back for it.
Yeah, they're 120 quid. Leave them on the chair, please.
I will do. No worries.
And that's what we're doing. We're collecting items from our guests.
Yeah, that's good.
You can leave them there. We'll get you something to wear to go home. I'll get you a taxi.
Yeah, that's very kind, yeah. Or I
Alright.
can walk amongst the streets of
Listen,
London.
it's been a pleasure.
Hey,
Love you.
Let's do that again.
That's
Love you, mate.
it. Love you. And
See you later. I don't know
thank
if
you
you
so
do this
much.
often. No worries. See you later.
Bye.
See you later.
See you
All right.
soon.
See ya.
Take
Thank you for
care.
having me. Bye.